Hi everyone. This is B. Edward Limer. I'm the director of The Promise Ring.
Hello, I'm Sean Burns. I play the guy in the green shirt in the movie.
Hi, my name is Graham Haas, and I'm the cinematographer for The Promise Ring.
This was, I guess you could call it, definitely a labor of love for us.
Oh, definitely.
Took us took 3 years to write the script.
Yes.
The movie itself, production-wise, was costly.
It was a mammoth. It was a mammoth.
It was a massive undertaking. Yeah.
We lost funding like 6 different times.
We had to remortgage Greg's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember in this scene, you're a genius, Brandon, for picking up that harmonica, starting to play it. It really moved the scene along.
I thought so.
It's a huge credit to your acting credentials.
Yeah, to go along with my writing and directing credentials, it really, I don't know. Sometimes I constantly surprise myself with my own talent.
So Graham, tell us about your decision to make the camera crooked, like in the original Batman movie in this scene.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a Dutch angle, but it just really looks fucking shitty.
It's kind of I like to call it a Belgian angle, actually, because it's very close, but I feel that it represented their inner feelings at the time, because you see the two characters are kind of in conflict with each other.
Yeah. What kind of conflict we're having is not really too important or needs to be specific, but all you need to know is that at first we have a relationship that is, what would you call it?
I'm not sure. What I think the angle might be about is that my character is withholding certain truths from your character.
I mean, look at that hole in the wall. I mean, it took several tries to get that hole right.
Yeah. We had to like spackle it over and hit it with a hammer like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
Very planned.
I think it really helps illustrate what's going on behind the scenes in this scene. I love this part.
Yeah, this is a very powerful moment coming up.
Totally unplanned too.
Yes.
Totally unplanned.
Just improvised, just actors doing their craft. You know, there's nothing more beautiful.
Nothing more pure, really.
No. It's the purest form of lying. Oh,
yeah.
Gosh.
This was such a beautiful shot. I mean, Sean is a brave man for...
The lighting on that scene was left a lot to the imagination, I'd say.
Yes. That's what we wanted. We wanted the audience to kind of create a light with their minds as they watched it.
Yeah.
This was very cold. This was a very cold shoot.
It was. If I were to describe it in one word, I would describe it as chilly.
Yeah.
Not without warmth.
How much did those trophies cost us again?
Not with warmth.
I believe we spent about $12,000 getting all those trophies.
Yes, because I think there was a Heisman in there if you look closely.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it was Omar Jacobs' Heisman.
Yeah. Squeakers.
Yeah.
Great place to eat.
Great place to eat. Unfortunately, we didn't get to eat there when we were shooting. I was hungry.
No,
I've heard they cater.
Yeah, craft service was just horrible for this movie. But
it was shit.
That's where the money really was not put.
Yeah, if you love the art, then you just learn to live without handy snacks.
Let's talk about shooting at the library. We did this without any permission.
Yeah, we just went in there renegade style.
It was kind of guerrilla. I mean, we'd really like to thank Stanley Kubrick for a lot of things in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, shooting in a 4:3 dimension aspect ratio.
Because we're sure that this will live on in the medium of television,
Yes.
just as he was sure about his films.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think we should just thank television as a medium.
You might not be able to tell without the dialogue, but the other character was actually looking at a David Beckham book, and I was jealous.
Yeah, it was a David Beckham autobiography that we found.
See, now Brandon, as an actor, knows the value of not doing anything with his face and just holding a single expression.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
look at my butt in this shot.
Yeah, your butt looks so bubbly.
It's so stupid.
It's such a dumpy
I have
butt.
such a stupid ass.
Oh, the hill.
This is the part where the symbolism really comes into play.
Gosh,
because you start off so distant, and then we get closer and closer, and oh, what a raw shot right there.
Yeah. Gosh, the cars were so loud. It's right by the freeway.
Mm-hmm. And this was cold.
Yes, this was a very cold shoot.
This was maybe the coldest part of the cold shoot.
My nipples are so hard in these scenes, and it's very apparent when you get a shot of my chest.
Yeah. I throw like a girl.
We're coming
shot,
up. Oh god, this is the shot that makes the movie for me. I think there was a lot of ways I could have done this. And after sketching some things out, I decided this was what I wanted to show the audience.
And I commend you for that. I think
we were fleeing the police for real, dog, in this part.
Yeah.
And that's why Graham was running with the camera.
And the fuzz, they just they hate the arts sometimes.
we were shooting without permits constantly.
And trespassing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's technically
Yes, it
trespassing
is.
where we were, but
It was definitely trespassing this scene. We just broke into someone's apartment and we
Yes.
shot.
yeah.
There's two fun facts here. That poster behind my head is David Bowie. And secondly, I'm actually holding a quartz crystal in my hand, which you never see, but which I passed to Brandon in order to help our acting secretly so that we could like convey that emotional.
It was really great. It was like you were giving your acting ability to me, like we were sharing.
Yeah,
You
like
give
we
to
were-
me, I give to you.
Hey, here's the handoff.
Yeah, there's in his hand now, and but you never saw it.
He's practically glowing right there.
Yeah. Now this scene, this took several takes.
Yes.
But Blake, can we just talk about Blake?
Oh, Blake is such a great guy.
Yeah.
I love Blake. I just love Blake.
I
Me
mean,
too.
I hope we get a chance to all work with him again after this
Yeah.
project sometime. I mean, I'm thinking of writing a script for him.
I mean, he's an asshole. But
Yeah, and a flake.
Is he great?
But he's
Isn't he
once you
great?
finally get him to do what you want, it's just amazing. He's
Yeah.
such a stoic presence
It's
on
like-
the screen.
It's like after you finally knead the clay into a malleable pot.
I think that's a beautiful interpretation of his work.
This is really where the conflict in the film really
Yeah.
starts.
I got myself so worked up for this scene that I needed 2 hours and several cups of chai tea in order to calm down afterwards.
Keep it together, man. It's okay. I mean,
I mean, it's just I'm just remembering how much I was crying and
you know, you
breaking
shoot
up
it
now.
and then you see it again,
and it just hurts.
it just
to watch.
it's like wow, we did this.
you know, it's
We did this. This will live on forever.
Yeah, this is definitely a cultural treasure for America.
Especially this scene where you're driving with a gun in your hand.
Yes.
Don't be alarmed, folks. That's not a real gun. you might be fooled into thinking that that's a real gun. It is in fact not.
Yeah, it's a prop gun.
That running though is not fake
No.
at all. That's real
that
running.
that was some serious
well,
exertion on my part.
except for the end, which was we used a little bit of CGI to enhance it. Right there. See.
I can't even notice. I didn't even notice that.
Wow,
It's
that's
amazing
really
what
good
you
work.
what you can do with technology these days. I mean,
Yeah, Max.
Macs are amazing.
Max.
I mean, I wish I could blow Steve Jobs right now.
You probably could.
If his dick wasn't so immense. But anyways, let's forget about. I mean, we're coming up to the climax, right here.
This was something that took a long time to do.
Yes. Oh my God! I just noticed something. Look, there's a boom in the shot.
That's something that we just cannot fix.
I mean,
really, it adds to the realism of
It's
the
just
movie.
like, you know what, it happened, okay?
Yeah,
You know,
just like everything with this movie.
it's kind of like the Dogman '95 guys. I mean, I like to. Let's just stop making film as an artifice and.
Well, I mean, what we did was very Dogma 95 because
Auteur.
there was did natural lighting, untrained actors, and this movie really makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah,
And
so-
it also doesn't pretend that it's not a movie.
Exactly.
Gosh, this was another very hard
It's-
scene for me to do.
Also, some people might call it flat out terrible, but that's
Yes.
just because they're stupid.
Oh,
They
he's
just don't
wearing.
get
I
it.
just like to note that he's wearing a banjo on his back.
Yes, I am.
We tried to get the banjo in the scene, or at least in the shot, and you know that he has something. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the banjo on you while you were in the shower.
Yeah.
That
If
was
only we had more money or less attachment to my banjo.
Yeah.
Or a waterproof banjo in general.
Yeah. Oh, that could be invented. We're gonna be millionaires. So here I decided to sing into the gun as if it was a microphone, because it just seemed to fit my character, and
That was all you. Too.
yeah, it was just
No direction from me.
nope, none.
No.
You can't tell because of all the water on my face, but I actually did manage to bring tears out of my eyes for this shot and cry. I thought about a dog that I had as a child, which was run over by a large truck as I watched in order to do that.
And there you go.
Yeah, that
Just
was
very realistic.
Just, wow.
So these are the credits.
Wow. I mean, God. I mean, we ripped out our hearts to make this movie, and I hope all of you in the audience can appreciate what it took Sean here. I mean, God.
Really, Graham. I mean, thank you.
I love you, man.
I mean, we owe to all the little people too, though. Besides myself.
Well, that's what the credits are for, is
Yeah.
to really realize like who helped us.
I feel like a little piece of my soul, I just left it behind in the video of this. Just left it in that little tape in the camera.
And you'll always have it to look at.
Yeah.
I
I can never have that part of my soul back.
I also just noticed that we're thanking Smirnoff Ice for some reason.
Yeah. That stuff's delicious. I don't care what anybody says.
It's good.
It is good.